What's up, everybody? It's Vonnie V. Welcome back to my journal. I told you guys this year in 2020 that I was going to be sharing my lessons with you that I was learning this year and the previous year. And today is Valentine's Day. And I done learned some lessons about Valentine's Day. I'm single today, and I know there are millions of singles out there today on Valentine's Day. And this day is important not only for people in relationships, but it's also important for singles. And so I really wanted to just share some of the information that I've been conjuring up in my spirit about this day. And this information comes from years of experience. I mean, obviously, this ain't my first Valentine's Day. I'm a 30-something. I've experienced, a couple of decades of serious Valentine's Days. So I want to just share, some of what I learned about this day. Being single right now on Valentine's Day, it can be hard. I know that. I've been single now for about 2 or 3 Valentine's Days, and like 2 or 3 Valentine's Days before I was single, I was miserable on Valentine's Day, even while I was in a relationship. And that's why I'm happy today. As a single on Valentine's Day, I'm actually happy. And I don't want to say that lightly because, again, this is an important day for singles because the mixed messages that you can get about your validation, how your validation is supposed to come from relationships, it's tough to sift through. But as grown-ups, as mature adults, we just gonna have to do that, okay? You don't have to feel bad about being single on Valentine's Day. I'm happy about being single on Valentine's Day now because I can remember the many Valentine's Days I had prior to this when I was in relationships that were horrible. Like, there is nothing worse than being in a relationship on Valentine's Day and still feel lonely. There's nothing worse than being in a relationship on Valentine's Day and still feel pain. Even being single on Valentine's Day is not as painful as being in a relationship on this day and feeling betrayal, pain, anger, loneliness while you're in a relationship. That's why I don't approach this day being single for me in a negative way, because I can remember many a nights on Valentine's Day that I went to bed by myself or that I went to bed crying because the day just went left. Like, I'm out on a date with my partner or with whatever date I have, and things just go left. And things go left because I was spending Valentine's Day with people who didn't love me, or I was spending Valentine's Day with people I didn't love. And so when you have an expectation of love on a certain day and you're not getting that, that's worse than not having an expectation of love on a certain day and not getting it. It's like on Christmas, you expect to wake up to some gifts and you wake up and you ain't got nothing. You're going to be shattered, devastated. It's just the same thing. Waking up on Valentine's Day single, I know that I'm not going to be sharing this day with a love interest. Not now. This time next year, I will, and so will most of you other singles. If you want to be in a relationship and if you're you're doing your self-love work, you're going to be in a relationship no time soon. But I don't want you to just get into any relationship. I want you to find your true Valentine. Your true Valentine. Not just a date. Not just another wrong person to do year after year of Valentine's Day with. We're meant to be in relationships. We're humans. We're meant to be in communities. We're meant to be in partnerships. We're meant to be in relationships. It's okay to want to have a partner on Valentine's Day if you don't. But it's not okay to want to have just any old partner or the wrong partner just to have a body today. I did that for years, for many years. I had bodies on Valentine's Day, and I provided my body on Valentine's Day, but there was no love, there was no joy, there was no peace. And so ideally, of course, you want to have your true love to spend with today on Valentine's Day. But if I don't have the option to have that ideal right now, and I have the option to have my current reality compared with my previous realities, I'm going to choose my current reality. My current reality is that I'm single on Valentine's Day, and I'm fine. I ain't finna be fighting with nobody tonight. I ain't finna be spending a lot of time and money with somebody who I don't like, who I don't love, who don't like me, who don't love me. I'm not gonna go to bed with any heartbreak, any pain, any shattered expectations of what I expected the day to be, because I'm single. But my previous reality was to avoid this state that I'm in right now. And if I knew then what I know now, I would have never did this. But to avoid being single on Valentine's Day, I would just stack up the bodies. I would just be with who was available, or be in relationships that weren't right, and be spending that time with those people on Valentine's Day. And that's not what Valentine's Day is about. If you single on today and you love yourself today, then Valentine's Day is about you today too. Listen, I just now got back to re-loving myself, in the past 2 years. So for like 5-6 years before that, I didn't have no self-love for myself on Valentine's Day. No wonder most of my Valentine's days went left, because I was showing up with no love for myself, and most of the time with no love for the person I was sitting across from. But this year, this Valentine's Day, I am full of love for myself. I'm regaining more and more love for myself, which is making me happy today. Happy I ain't got to worry about nobody but me. And in the future, when I have Valentine's Days, I'm either going to be single in this joy, or I'm going to be with somebody who I'm happy and in love with to share Valentine's Day with. Not with just another body. So the lesson for today is, if you are single out there, don't feel bad about being single today. No negative energy about that. Put that energy into you. Put that energy into loving yourself, because that love that you put into yourself is going to attract the love that you want. In 2020, we don't just want to be attracting no bodies. We don't need no bodies no more. I done had enough bodies, okay? In 2020, we don't just need no dates, okay? I didn't had enough dates. In 2020, we need love. Love. The love that's right for you. The love that's right for me. We don't need the love that's not right for us. Like I said in previous videos, I've had plenty of good girls in relationships who gave good love, but it wasn't the right love for me. And I wasn't able to give them the right love for them. In 2020, we want the right love. That's going to start with you. Everything starts with you. Spend today, no negative energy. No, don't be bumming around. Bum around. I'm bumming around. I got my hoodie on, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be bumming around today. But I'm going to be bumming around with a smile on my face, because I'm spending Valentine's Day with the person who loves me the most. And that's me. And I've never done that before. I've never spent a Valentine's Day with somebody who loves me this much. And this is the model, this is the standard that I'm setting, and that I want you to set for all your V-days going forward. Your V-days going forward need to be full of love for yourself, and whoever you're going to be sitting across from at the dinner table, please make sure they match that. Please make sure they match that. I feel like the whole human race collectively is lacking and missing so much love. And that's because we've been settling for bodies, and we haven't been learning to love ourselves. And because of that, we haven't been able to cultivate this collective energy of love. In 2020, let's start cultivating a collective energy of love. And if you're single, I'm single right there with you. But let's spend this day with the people who love us the most, and let that be yourself. Okay, listen, before I get off, I do want to remind you guys to check out my book, Blueprint for Abundance. This book is about love, y'all. It's about money and love. Ain't nothing better than love and money, okay? So check out that book. Listen, again, I'm very serious about this. Focus on your self-love journey. That's what this is about. I love you guys. I'm going to talk to you soon. Happy Valentine's Day. Peace.